Good morning, Turtle Club. It is time for some more Ark Survival Evolved, and we're going to be playing on the Epic Ragnarok server. That's our crossplay server that allows those who are wanting to play with Epic Games, with Epic people, namely myself, McAdoo, Pelik, Hoenn, Kioma, basically anybody who's been with the Turtle Club, that's been with the Turtle Club for more than a month, shown themselves to be a good member, is given access to the password and able to join in and play. So way cool on that. Once again, want to point out, you guys are probably going, where's the Ark? Where's the Ark? This is the people that make this possible. ArkServers.io. They are sponsoring us as an Ark streamer. If you guys want 20% off your first month, sign up, real simple, from this website, ArkServers.io, and use the code ARK2021. They have 7 days done. Turtle Club, I do not know entirely what's going on with the technical difficulties here. Well, maybe it's just that we got a real long buffer. We'll have to see if that's what's going on, because, yep, there we go. Okay, super long buffer. Wow, hello from the future. You guys will be seeing this in about a minute or two, it looks like. So, a couple things. McAdoo, of course, one of our viewers, that's super awesome, saw the horribleness that was the live stream, and she dropped off a awesome couple of Argents for us. We are very, very happy to have those. They are in cryopod. Well, one's in a cryopod. One is just chilling, minding its own business over here. Look at the beautiful coloration on that too. Just this yellow, almost a chocobo from like Final Fantasy. So really cool to see that. We're going to give it some food. We're going to up its stamina, up its movement speed. I think 120 will let us get away from most things that we're going to fight across. The rest of it for now we're going to dump straight into hit points, because we want this thing to probably live. You know, it's not guaranteed to live. We know that. It's ours, therefore it's only a matter of time before, unfortunately, it does not get to stay alive. We do have a cryopod for us, and a cryopod for anything that we manage to catch. I really... So here's the cool thing, right? For those that are watching in Lurk Squad, and those that will be watching this on replay, right? The cool thing is, we have been playing on the server for so long that I genuinely have no clue. I mean that. I have no clue what I chose for a spawn table in Murder Snow. I know there are some things there that we can't get anywhere else. I know that there is bound to be a lot of things that we're going to be very disappointed that... can we craft fur armor? No, we can't. Let's learn some fur stuff, shall we? So I'm really, 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 really hoping to find something neat and be very surprised. I suspect that will happen on some level. I also suspect that there's a very, 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 I can't say enough varies, I don't think, strong chance, overly strong chance, that whatever we come across is going to kill us. Do we have any curry? We have some curry, which will help keep us warm as well. We have some actual drinking water, which will take some healthy brews, because Murder Snow and Murder Snow are both known to be not really happy places for us. We do have a plethora of trank darts. That was one of the things that McAdoo dropped off, with some trank darts, 600 metal. Thank you for that, McAdoo. That's super, super helpful. That's definitely going to make what we're about to do a lot easier in the long run. Let's just keep the furry chest piece on for right now. We got a gun. We really need to repair this axe. And we're missing wood, so there should be some wood over here. But we're mainly going on a fact-finding mission more than anything. I know that we're going to find a lot of not fun things, but you know, we're definitely going to be inside our element in the fact that we're going to be running away from things, trying to avoid getting killed. So there is that. We're going to bring our pokey stick, because if we have any chance of winning against this stuff, we're bringing the pokey stick. This thing, a chibi noglin, it's from the new expansion, which we've still, you know, I gotta be honest, Turtle Club, the new stuff looks pretty fun, right? Expansion for Genesis 2, we have the season pass, so we'll get it when it comes out. But I'm not 100% sold on, just checking to make sure these guys aren't starving or anything, on if it's something that we really have to have in our life. I'm having a blast with this. I mean, had you know, long time ago on this channel when we started, right? And I'm talking forever ago, back when we were doing like 10+ hour streams and all that kind of jazz. I was cool with just playing vanilla because of a lot of reasons. One, I was brand new to the game, and being brand new to vanilla, or brand new to any game in general, really, I want to learn what I can of the base game, and then do I want to start making the experience insane with some of the other stuff. We have some low hit points because we upped all his hit points. Okay. Find us something to snack on, maybe? Look at that plumage. It's just a great color. Thank you, McAdoo. Taking a drink of water here. Alright, let's see. That's Mag Synchro the person, not Mag Synchro the character. Oh, is that a... That's a Thylo. We couldn't find them for the longest time yesterday, and then all of a sudden we find them everywhere. Alright, there we go. Was it worth it, though? And I think the answer is maybe. Maybe not, though. We probably need to kill things that are a little bit less hazardous for our poor Argent's health. And here's a news flash. Maybe we need to fly the proper direction instead of backwards. Alright. Yeah, McAdoo dropped that stuff off right where she helped us with our rafts when we had the raft problem. And that was super helpful. This is Digrat's Island. We don't take anything for Digrat's Island, even if they look like popcorn chicken. We just leave it all alone. Again, we're going to look at Murder Snow. Now, Murder Snow has a lot of horribleness to it. And I'm mainly doing this because I completely have no clue what all I put over there. I mean, that's really what it boils down to. Mainly curiosity and we could say partially boredom. You know, we've been in this little area of the map for a very long time, and so going to a different part of the map is nice to get a fresh look at things. Man, the flight ability being added to Ark again, plus the high stamina this bird has. Look at this thing. Look how far we've flown on this thing before we touch down. We're only at half stamina. I mean, this is gorgeous. This is gorgeous. Alright, there's some Argents that we don't want to mess with. Let's let an air stamina regain before we take off. That is probably one of my favorite things here about this. Look at that, a Megalania versus a Volanosaur. Ah, yes, that's beautiful to me. Those two guys can both just fight each other to death, and we will be super happy with that. Oh, that's our boat that got stuck. We keep meaning to unstick that. Fighting this thing is a 50-50 proposition because they do have Mega Rabies. Possibly. We didn't get it that time. Alright. It's going to be our best way to get health and stuff. Man, we're going to have to take this apart is what we're going to do. We're going to take the whole thing apart and just kill the boat. Now, Murder Snow is going to be that big old white blob on the map. So is Murder Snow. And those locations are going to get us what we're looking for exploration. And we'll probably go explore this barren desert land at some point too. Because there are a number of things that have been changed over here other than Basilisk Valley. Speaking of which, it's been a minute since we went to Basilisk Valley, and we're not upset over that fact. That's not a bad thing in our head. But what is a bad thing is we need to probably take off the jacket. No. What we can do though is we can drink us some cold water. This looks like a couple of terror birds that possibly have bitten off a lot more than they can chew. Yeah, oh yeah. Look at these ankles. These ankles are going to just knock this thing all the way down. What we really want it to do is simply knock it away to where we can eat the corpse and fly off. We got tagged a little bit, but we're fine with that. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe they hit us for a lot more than we realized. Maybe. That's a Daedon. We don't want anything to do with that. Alright. We looked at like fast food over there, and it was not fast food. It was just faster food. So we're still hot at the moment. It's 99 degrees here in the Pfeiffer Plateaus. We are getting where we probably are about to be ready to switch out our clothes though. Whoa. I gotta honestly say, I don't think I've ever seen anything actually aggro a rock giant other than me or Digrat or friends of us. I am certainly not confident that these things are going to be able to take this rock giant out. let's turn on an angle so we don't get a whole lot of bird. Where are we at? Alright, so level 100. And did I see a second one? Oh my gosh. So there's like multiples over here. What is going on over there? That is just a whole entire cluster of feathers. So I know they didn't kill the rock elemental. There's no way. That's it right there. Okay. Oh, I bet that's what happened. Is the moth. The moth got hit, and then when the moth got hit, it AoE'd, and that's what angered the rock elemental. Okay, that makes sense. My brain can process that. My brain understands that. Thorny dragons all the way up this far, though. That's something else. Loving this Argent. Alright, there we go. There's us a nice little fast food through the drive-thru kind of situation. That's the difference between a Thylo and a Saber-tooth. One can be picked up through the drive-thru, the other one has to be avoided at all costs. Alright. So let's see here, guys. More moths? Or if there was never a day that we wanted to get a moth, today would be the day, wouldn't it? It's pretty awesome. Alright. So here's the cold ranges that we're about to get to. So let's put that on, put that on. Yes, I know that I am hot. Game, thank you for reminding me that I am definitely not dressed for success right now. But we're about to be. Hyperthermia instead of hypothermia. Thankfully we have enough fortitude where we're not too concerned with the effects of this. I mean, it is going to cause some problems. There's some mammoths. We expect mammoths. We expect rhinos. We do have X variants that we could get. We don't have any of the snacky snacks that these guys like, though. So, alright. So we're hot again. Interesting. Oh, an arc showing its age a little bit there. With some raster issues. Alrighty. So, we have officially made it into snow, which is a perfectly fine, safe area in all of Ark. To the east, though, is what's called Murder Snow. And down here is Murder Snow. We're already in Murder Snow. So Murder Snow is pretty scary for a lot of reasons. One is it's freezer. It is a freezer. It is going to kill us given enough time. We are going to eat some food, because that's how we need to roll. Then we need to try and hope we get to somewhere that's less than negative all of the degrees. Alright. Snow looks gorgeous over here. Back to murder snow. All the negatives. Thing is, as soon as these things knock me off, which they're about to, I just fly up and they go away. And they lose their bonus. Something over here, though, is causing gashes. And I don't know what it is, but I've got an idea. So there's a bear. Oh, I think that's one of our surprises. Yep, that's exactly what one of our surprises is, guys. So if Murder Snow wasn't dangerous enough, roaming Murder Snow, check it. It's a Ravager. We got Ravagers over here. And that's plural. But this right here, Total Club, this right here is the prize. In Murder Snow, wild female ferox, male feroxes, they're here. Alright, we need to get out of Murder Snow because we are at half health. But female ferox, male ferox. Alright, we're out of the murder. Now we're just in snow. Alright, so the problem with the ferox, though, is the feroxes, as cool as they are a bear to tame. And I don't even mean that in the lightest sense. They fully require element to tame, and they are a pain to tame. With a flurry of feathers in there. I know there's a couple of things over in this area of the world that I would love to tame, because they just make sense of what they would be. But I also know they'd be kind of dangerous to get a hold of. Is that a wolf? That's a bonded dire wolf. Okay. And part of what we're doing is we're exploring this area. It's been a very long time since we actually played on Ragnarok in earnest, and so remembering where the boundaries between snow and Murder Snow and all that is, very different, very different. But this right here. Nope. Come on. We just wanted a little snack so we can heal up our Argent over here. Just a mid-flight snack right there. Okay, right here when we get to this open area, this should be more Murder Snow. Snow. not. Okay, there's definitely something going on over here. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but there was definitely some sort of weird warping of space-time. I don't know if that was something just simply despawning or spawning. Looks like whatever that is, though, is going to completely regret fighting that wolf. Look at that mammoth. It is definitely not going to win this fight. And whatever that wolf is, it wants a piece of us. Oh, are we back in over at Ice Lake? Okay. So there is some Ravagers that look, and this is going to be the funniest word we use in regards to a Ravager, but they look kind of safe. Alright, so we're good here, we're good here. Anything comes after us, they're going to probably aggro on these elephants first. So we're just going to take a real quick look. Grab all that, because that's kind of useful. Grab all that, because that might be kind of useful someday. Listen to the mammoths purr. If you told me a mammoth purred, I would not have ever believed it, and to be honest, I still don't. Okay. A huge difference between wolves and Ravagers that we have to be very respectful of right now is that a wolf will howl before it comes after you, and Ravager just wants to come and eat you, period. It's a level 40, and that's a... oh. These are baby Ravagers too. Oh. Oh yeah. There's a very strong chance that we go down here, we grab one of these, and we make the other one angry, obviously. But we kind of do a loop, and we've separated them, potentially. See that? We got that one there now, and we got that one over there now. Okay. So the question is, one, does it see us up here? Does it even care? Two, did we get far enough away to where it's no longer bonded? All I see is Argent and rock. I mean to tell you, Turtle Club, there's a few mods we definitely miss playing unmodded, and one of them is anything better than the default scope. Like, Holy snozzberries. Okay. So definitely not paired, not bonded. Alright. Doesn't seem to be aggroing on us. So let's eat us some curry. See if it's going to come after us. It's coming after us, but it doesn't have a way up. That's very unfortunate. Oh, it's coming back. It's coming back. All right. Do Argents give a buff now for heat, or is it just I'm stepping in just the right? Oh, I'm seriously stepping in like the right spot when I go there? Is that what's going on? Sure is. Man, that was a waste of some ammo and some setup. I feel pretty bad about that. Oh, okay. Things we forgot to do for 500 stew. We forgot to get us a torch. Which in the grand scheme of things isn't a huge problem. Right? Until this Ravager decides it wants to come back and say hi. So we need to... Alright, this looks like a harvestable rock right here. Crafting. Campfire. Bam. I was hoping I'd have enough to make one of those. Alright. This thing is definitely going to provide us all the light we'll need for a while. And some heat. Some very, very much needed heat. Some wood. Actually, you know what we gotta do is we gotta still make a torch. Alright, torch. And then right here. I wonder, did the Mastodons get a new attack? Is that what's going on? They get like a trumpet thing, maybe? Did I miss that? I mean, there's so much on the TLC update that I missed. So that's not only highly possible, but very likely. Where's that fight going on? That's a smush dire wolf. So somewhere over here was there other Ravager. I'm just going to check on it for a second. There's the Mal we were fighting. Alright, so he's still alive. That's good. fact that we're freezing our tail feathers off on this Argent's not so good. Alright. Let's go ahead and just warm this bird up here by the fire. Eat us some food, because when you get cold, you burn through food faster. When you get hot, you burn through water faster. Basically, it's standard lipid dynamics. I suppose it probably wouldn't hurt to throw some of this food that we have in the Argent on the fire. Like this. Oh, they got a pickaxe and a pokey stick. We've got some pretty fun stuff while we've been out there fighting these things. So far, some pretty cool stuff here. We got the Feroxes, we got the Ravagers. We saw an X variant of the Rhino. I don't know if the Rhino does anything cool these days. To my knowledge, it never has. So we don't really have a desire to go looking for a Rhino. -37. And it's only 2 o'clock in the morning for Murder Snow, right? Yeah, we're just in Murder Snow. There is a worse place in Ark on Ragnarok called Murder Snow. Not only is the snow trying to kill you, but it's really trying to kill you. It's like a heavy metal song. Instead of just being Murder Snow, it's Murder Snow. That is definitely a Ravager right there, right? Okay. So one of the things maybe we should do... Hey, Sally! Welcome to the Lurk Squad today. Maybe one of the things we should do is fly back over where it's a little bit warmer. If we're gonna try to tame us a psycho puppy to go with our psycho kitties we have. We probably need to make some sort of box like thing to drop it in. So for that we'll need some foundations, and we will need some walls and some windows. Alright, we are cold. We are aware that we are cold. But we do have an Argent. Hey, morning T-Mac. How's it going? Turtle Club, if you don't know T-Mac, he is a musician and a fellow streamer. You can catch him on Turtle Television when he goes live. Play some of the chillest tunes you'll hear. That doesn't sound good. Oh, that's a Ute, and not the My Cousin Vinny kind. That is a Tyrannosaurus, and they are very apex predatory-like. Okay. We are going to leave that Ute over there, and maybe things appear to be partially safe right here. Don't hear anything. Alright, so we need stone foundations. Alright, so to make 4 of those, we need 320, which leaves us with 500. For those, just to have enough, should be okay. Because it's going to be roughly about 200. And then for these, actually, I think we'll go with these. These make smarter sense for what we're trying to do. Okay. All right. I think all we need is the wood and the thatch. I really think that's all we need now. So that's a plus. All right. Look at all the carnage. I mean, that's a wolf right there. That is the natural predator of the mammoths and the rhinos. And that thing was looking like it was having second thoughts. It should have thought about them a little bit longer than what it did. What's that? Intimidate? Oh, mammoths get an intimidate roar. Okay, that's cool. I have been intimidated by a mammoth. I'm afraid to hit the mammoth, and judging by all the dead wolves around it, I would be afraid until it, even if it didn't roar at me. So, the mammoths and I have an accord. Alright, let's go ahead and grab this, because we need all the thatch we can get. Doing okay. It seems you're down less than 25 routes. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's good. I'm doing pretty good, man. You know, there's a number of my friends that are in a very similar spot from a finances perspective to your situation there, T-Mac. Buddy of mine, one of my fellow streamers, which I won't mention names because I don't think they advertise their personal life. I can't remember, so I'm not going to say their name. But they work for the Center of Disease Control. And in the United States, that is a government-adjacent body. Technically speaking, they're not controlled by the U.S. government. They're just heavily restricted by what the laws get passed are. And hey, that's actually 16. That's the exact number I need. This means something's going to go really horribly awry. Awesome. But because he works for a U.S. government branch, he has found himself in a unfortunate situation to where when the government changes over, the first thing that the new government does 99% of the time is they stop everything that the old government was doing. Now, I don't think anybody in the U.S. would say with any degree of certainty that the Center for Disease Control has been doing nothing good, right? I mean, a lot of what we have for COVID relief is because of the CDC's efforts and their work. But because of the way government works here, they are having to reevaluate everything. And what that means, short term, is that some projects don't get canceled. They just get put on lesser staffing. And instead of just telling everybody to go home, what they often do is they say, all right, everybody, you're going to just work less. And that helps, you know. It's not like they're, firing everybody. But it does cause a concern for situations. All right, so they're having to reevaluate a few things, and it's unfortunate. There's been a number of times that I've been in a kind of a somewhat similar situation where the job that I was doing was, I believe the term used over the pond is reduced. And no one wants that to happen. No one wants that to occur. They don't want to think that their job isn't a much needed part of the workforce. But it happens to happen. And then it just occurs, you know. Alright, so there's some wolves that are doing stupid things. I think our Ravager caught the dumb, maybe? Oh, here's a Ravager. I don't know if you're our Ravager, but... Oh, you are running away from us, which means you probably know who we are. You're legit, like, scared of what we're wanting to do to you. Hold still. Hold still. All we're going to do is put you in this nice little box over here for safekeeping, so you don't run away and get yourself hurt. You may not see it this way, but we do. Looks like we should be able to just drop you right in there. Awesome. Awesome. Good Ravager doggy. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go right here where it looked like we could stand. Why are you doing the creepy stalker thing? Bird, I need you not to be doing the creepy stalker thing. Are you kidding me? It's like this right over here where we think we got it, and then we don't got it. Are we on a border? Is that what's going on? Oh, Ice Lake is too cold, and Murder Snow is not. All right. Well, I definitely, of all the ideas we've had today, the one that I definitely don't like the most is this. Oh, we can definitely get over that though. Yeah, we got everything we want to. All right. Hello there, male Ravager. Here's some food, and here's a cooked steak. Here's some more cooked steak. And now we're just going to go into the area where we're not freezing. And hopefully we get a line of sight. Nope, we don't get a line of sight. There we go. There's a line of sight we have on it. Alright. So these things usually take a little bit of time to tame in vanilla. As we've mentioned, we're not using vanilla settings. The thing that we do have cranked up is the amount of torpor, basically the amount of sedative you have to administer to something. So it takes a lot more sedative to take these things down than what it normally would. Now, we've offset that, of course, by eventually finding us a good rifle, upping our stats, doing things like that to kind of help. But, oh, there we go. It's already tamed. We're going to go down. Take all the food off of that. Put this in the Pokeball here. Come on, Ravager. Now, one of the cool things that they just added to Art, guys, is this new little UI for the cryopods. You can see mutations, stats, various different little toggles. I'm not sure what the 171733 is, but I think it might be like something breeding related. I don't do a whole lot in the breeding in this game. I'm a bad Arc player as far as that goes. So we got a male. We just now need to find us a female. And we have like almost 90 darts. So I feel like we can take us any female Ravager we find, possibly, within a decent gap, and probably tame it. There's a 190. Yeah, let's go see if we can get us a 190. Over here, grab it. Hopefully it doesn't gash us. Ravagers can do the whole entire nasty hit you so hard you bleed thing, and that's a problem. If you're fighting Ravagers, if you're over here in Murder Snow and you find this little taming catch that I've got put up and you get a Ravager in it, awesome. If not, though, it is possible it will go bad for you. Drop her? Did she drop in? She dropped in. Sweet. Okay. Shoot her in the head. We need to make these shots count. She definitely don't want to be in the trap. She knows we're trying to line up on her. Doesn't look like we got any crit damage or extra damage for shooting her in the head, so we're going to do that. We're just going to let her stay right there. It's going to take quite a number of hits. Quite a number of hits. And they are going to try to do damage to the structure, but Ravagers can't damage stone. You know, I gotta say this as someone who has one parent now instead of both, and has had ample time, you know, I turned 40 this year, I've been able to kind of re-examine some of the things my father and my mother did when I was younger. There was quite a number of times where I never asked for their opinion and they gave it to me, and I felt like that was something I could have definitely did without. But with my father gone now, and you know, your mileage may vary, right? But with my father gone, there are times that I find myself wishing he was around to just say things that I didn't ask for. It's the weirdest things, right? And I'm sure it's annoying for your mom to be giving advice. I hope it's from a place from love. And I hope at the end of the day, what it really probably boils down to is she's worried too, right? And she just wants to tell you anything to help. But it's really hard to do that without seeming like you come from a place of authority, right? I mean, because when people give advice like that, it doesn't seem like they're giving you recommendations or suggestions. It often comes across as if they're actually telling you specifically what to do. And as a as a 20-something, as a late teen something, that was always the hard thing that I never fully got. I never fully wrapped my head around that. And now, like, one of the projects I've been working on, and I'm going to be getting pictures together for it, was Digrat's Valentine's Day gift, and it required carpentry and tools that I'd never used, and all sorts of stuff work related that I had only read about on the internet, and all sorts of just techniques that I never even thought about, right? And there's stuff that my dad wasn't around a lot. And that's not because he was, a deadbeat. It's the opposite. He was always working. And I mean that, always working. My dad had 2 jobs, 3 jobs. He done most of his actual young adult life, early married life with my mom, doing odd jobs, construction work, coal mining. There's actually a photo of the 3 months my father spent in coal mines. That's a neat little cave over here that I probably don't want to go into because I'll probably die. But there's just a lot of stuff that he learned to do that never was there an opportunity that I would have said, "Hey, Dad, what's the best way to join a miter cut?" Or, hey, Dad, now that I'm using this framing square to make this box, how do I need to clamp this in place to make sure I get a flush connection? Various things like that. And, there's actually a YouTube channel out there where there's a series called Dad, How Do I? And it's excellent. It's very awesome. If you are a younger viewer and you're, it's... Yeah. See, Sally, so you get what I'm saying, too. And it's rough, right? It's one of those things that, to lighten it a little bit, right, is oftentimes there's the funny, haha, I need an adult, right? And the thing is, here I am, I'm almost 40 years old, and there's still times that I need an adult, and I have to think of the realization that at the end of the day, when I need an adult, oh my goodness, I am the adult. And thankfully, I am fortunate my mother's still around. She's actually connected with a gentleman, and they are looking toward making their lives together in New Year's Eve this year. Digrat, her dad and mom are still around, and my dad and her dad, very similar kind of guys. So a lot of the stuff that I would ask my father about, I could ask him about. But even though he's my father-in-law and they love me, and they've been nothing but welcoming into their family, it's just different. But yeah, T-Mac, I'm sure if you think about it, the advice that you're getting is, if you think about it more like, this is what I would do in that situation. So, and I have learned a lot of lessons the hard way in life, so I think you should do this instead of, this is what you should do. Maybe some of it might be advice you want to listen to. I can't say, right? I'm not a part of the conversation. And for anybody out there that has an argument or a row or anything with your parents, if you stop for just a second, and instead of thinking about them forcing their opinion on you, then maybe it would be better. But then again, there are some things that I can legitimately say that things that my dad told me to do, specifically because, not that it was the best way to do about something or the way it needed to be done, but because the way it needed to be handled or the way it needed to be addressed was way more complex and complicated than what he wanted to put up with. And that's the flip side of the coin, right? That's definitely the opposite end of the spectrum. Is sometimes when your parents tell you to do something, it isn't because they're looking out for you. It's just that they know that one way could wind up with them having a bigger mess to clean up. And, that's the other thing about being a parent that I've noticed from my brother and sister with their kiddos, that I love to give lots of sugary treats to. Hello, female Ravager. We have grabbed. Come on. There we go. Alright, so I don't know what those numbers on them mean. 17, 17, 33, 17, 17, 39. And they're like different. Yeah, I find myself in that same boat, Sally. But happier subjects is, there's a lot that we do get from our family through every stage of life. And there is a lot to that. All right, so we have a decision we have to make now at this point. We have 2 cryopods. I don't remember where we get cryopods other than crafting them, so we can either fly back home, which I'm definitely on board for. But, and this is a really bad but to have happening right now in my head. So that's the mammoth thing. That's what that is. It's got to be what that is. But the other thing we can do around here in Murder Snow is there are some wyvern nests of the snow variety. And as long as we kind of mind our manners and keep our eyes peeled, we might just get lucky and be able to grab us a wyvern egg. But we also might just simply get killed by a wyvern. So that's a possibility. That is always a possibility, that we could get killed by a wyvern and lose like everything. And once upon a time, I could have just flown to these wyvern nests without even thinking about where they were, and did a real quick, just like loop-de-loop check about where they were. We can't do that on this map because we've forgotten where they all are, number one. And number two, snow wyverns don't always spawn. They're also a placeholder for the mana-gammers. I think around here is where one of the snow wyverns are. Could be wrong. But I think they're along this ridge. And I am probably way wrong. Empathize with you both. Well, thank you, T-Mac. Really appreciate that. Looking for wyverns as we fly. kind of have to appreciate the people that actually crafted this snowscape, because it's definitely got some interesting features to it that make exploring it just that. It's exploration with a bit of unique factor. If I thought there was anywhere around here that was safe, I would probably pull up. Oh, look at that. Oh, I forgot those were over here. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh. Oh, thylacoleos. Can we kill this? This is a level 55 thylo. All right. So good news, bad news. Squirrel kitties spawn around here. That's the bad news. The good news. These are not the only things that spawn around here. Look at that. Being lazy and watching from bed. You know, technology is amazing for stuff like that. It truly is. Alright, so we got a 181 Ascendant, a 172 Ascendant, and an 87 Ascendant unassembled Enforcers. Oh, that's amazing. Okay. Alright, so we didn't get any Wyvern eggs yet, but we found some Ascendant Enforcers, which we weren't expecting at all. Wow. Love your duvet. Oh. You know, my company's, you know, they're pretty awesome about all the things that have been going on with COVID-19, doing the work from home and all that. They actually sent everybody a gift over the winter break, and it was pretty weird because they do these things where they send out stuff to the employee base and they don't tell us that they're coming, because I'm presuming that the amount of like awesome factor that these things have go up when you don't know something's about to happen, right? And so I'm building this thing for Digrat, and I'm looking through all of our stuff, and lo and behold, I wind up ordering some stuff from Amazon, and we get this gift in the mail, and it's a package that we weren't expecting, and on the stoop is just this box, and it's about the size of what I figured what I ordered would be in. Oh, there's a frost wyvern. There's a snow wyvern. Okay. Alright, so the ice wyvern here means that there is very strongly a chance that there's an egg. So on the porch was this package, and it wasn't too big, right? A couple feet by a couple feet. But I opened it up, and it's this beautiful Sherpa blanket. It's one of those fleece lined with the monogram spot and the stitching. I mean, it's just real beautiful. Really nice and warm too. For the few minutes I got to use it before Digrat claims it as hers. Absolutely one of those things. Let's see here. Can we repair this? can. Let's turn the light on. Life is good now. That's good. That's good to hear, Sally. You know, that's a struggle. You know, I have to admit, you know, there are times that you just gotta take it a day at a time or an hour at a time. Oh yeah, it's super cozy. It's so cozy, and it's very nice, very good quality. You know, that's the other thing is when my work does something, when the company sends their employees things of that nature, it's not like they're getting something right off the rack. They are taking the time and the effort. Oh, that's a nest. That's a nest. Oh, that's not just a nest. That's a nest with an egg. Oh, Turtle Club. Oh, Turtle Club. Oh my goodness. Hey Hunter, how's it going, man? Okay. Okay. Zmei, hey. Costco, because they're just they're super good like that. Alright, so this is we're about to undo the last hour of gameplay here if we're not too careful. Oh my gosh. Alright, so these things are about like 50 pounds. We got plenty of weight there. We got plenty of weight there. We got decent speed. I don't know if a 120 Argent outruns a Wyvern, especially a 170. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh. Well, so what I'm about to do and we're just hauling. We know we've made it angry. We know it's coming for us. It's not a question of if, it's just a matter of how fast are we versus how fast is it. Yeah, we got the egg. We got the egg. A level 120 Frost Wyvern. Flying through the dark. Look at that bad boy. Look at that. He's definitely angry. He's definitely mad. Definitely coming for us. Found something that he'd rather eat instead of us for right now. We are okay with that. We are super okay with that. We are going to keep going. Keep flying. We're about to be sweating bullets both on camera and off camera here. I don't know if I even stop when I think we're okay. I think we seriously floor it, Turtle Club, until we run out of stamina. Because if you remember when we did the Wyvern Caves, those things chased us over like a quarter of the map. Quarter of the map. I'm hoping beyond hope that we got super lucky though. That's what I'm thinking, Hunter. I'm thinking that just because we can't see it doesn't mean that it's not angry with us. Yes, Zmei, absolutely. You grab the MacGuffin, you hide with the MacGuffin, and you hope that you are the one with the MacGuffin at the end of it. we have to take a very brief second to take off some clothing articles because we are in the desert now, and that could wind up just being too hot for us. Dying from heat stroke would be just a bad... I want to say we're probably safe, but I also said earlier that we probably weren't going to find an egg, and so I don't want to be wrong twice. Being wrong once where it benefits us is great. I have no problem being wrong like that. Being wrong the other way, where we wind up being a dead heap without any of the stuff we came after, that's just a sore spot. All right, I think we're going to have to land over here though and wait for us to get our stamina back. Oh, it is definitely an interesting game, Hunter. So I'm going to say this with a very, very huge disclaimer on it. This game is free to play on Android through the Google Play Store and on Apple through the Apple Store. However, the graphics aren't as good, and there are many elements of the gameplay that have been drastically reduced for mobile. But they fixed a lot of the yuck on the mobile game to where if it's your only option to play it, it's worth a shot. It's worth to look at least and take a look. It's kind of like how people that didn't have gaming computers would play Fortnite on mobile until they got a gaming computer because it was the option that they had. Man, that's actually a pretty accessible Tyrannosaurus. Sorta. Alright. Yeah, the game's super fun. I've enjoyed it for... I think my primary... Yeah, it is not cross-platform. There is an asterisk to that. It is technically cross-platform on mobile. Android players and iOS players do share servers. It is also technically cross-platform on PC with Xbox because there is a version of the game you can buy on PC through the Microsoft Store, and that is the Xbox version of the game. So it's not moddable. It's just straight up vanilla, which isn't a horrible thing. This is vanilla. We're playing vanilla with a lot of altered configuration. So it's it's not the usual death sentence it used to be for this game, to say that. But that's technically cross-platform. You do have to have a Windows licensed computer to run a server on that though, so usually finding someone who will sell you server time is going to be fairly expensive for that kind of stuff. The final cross-platform-ish is Epic Games and Steam can be on cross-platform also, but once again it is vanilla and not modded. So, but yeah. Fortnite on the Switch, but you're currently trying to find PS5 for Spider-Man. May need to try this soon. If you get a PlayStation 5 for Spider-Man, PlayStation 5 also has Arc. GTA 5 girl Laura, one of the channel mods, who also has her own streaming channel. She's been very inactive. Of course, she also hit high school, so that, secondary school, whatever you want to call it. It gets very busy in your life when that happens. But she played a lot of Ark on PlayStation and really enjoyed it. If you're playing Fortnite, if you wind up playing on, if you get a PS5 for Spider-Man, you can also play Save the World on PlayStation 5. And it's actually pretty gorgeous from what I've been told. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, pokey stick, pokey stick, pokey stick, pokey stick, pokey stick. We're dead. We're dead. Okay, we are dead. We need to find out where we died. Alright. We died right there. Son of a biscuit. Okay. Alright, so spawn on our bunk bed. Yes, they both of them do. But yeah, PS5, PS4, Xbox, they all have their own version of ARK. Alright. Alright, we are the king of no pants for a little bit. Yeah, the ARK version on Switch is really, really bad. I can't recommend that one. I honestly can't. I would like to, but the ARK version on Switch. So why it's on Switch, right? Unreal Engine got ported to Switch and mobile, and the developers found out that if you could port it to mobile, you can use the exact same code and port it to Switch. It's not optimized. The graphics are bad. They're the mobile graphics, so you basically wind up having a really just bad time of it. The remaster of Spider-Man. You know, the PS5 version of some of these games that have been remastered are really good looking from what I've looked at. I have a PS4 Pro, or, well, let me restate that. Digret has a PlayStation 4 Pro, and we use that for all of the PlayStation 4 streaming. And I gotta admit that Sony has not had a good track record, in my mind, for updating games specifically for better graphics. I mean, now the God of War engine and the Spider-Man engine, because they're both running off of a very similar graphics engine, that could change a whole lot, or it could make things look a little weird. So, anybody's guess on that? Just turn my volume down. Go and turn it back up. So the Frost Wyvern egg we got. This is the fire equivalent. We're about to land and get some stats back real quick. Looks like we were over this way when we got attacked. We're just gonna go around whistling for our buddies. So we were a little further south than this, if I remember right. Right in this area. That's where you were. Oh wow, that's. I've actually not played it. I've heard good things about Spider-Man. I've seen beautiful things about Spider-Man. I've just not committed the time to acquiring it and playing it. I vaguely remember that kind of formation. Man. Weren't you near the white beam? I was near a white beam. The problem is well, I guess that we might. Let's fly toward the white beam. The thing is, the white beam is way over there, but there's a chance it despawned the one that we were nearby. But we're gonna go over and take a look at this one because there is a equal chance that that's the one we were nearby. What we should see when we get close by is we should see a green beam. That's our corpse. And that's really what I want to see. Yeah, that's not a white beam. It looks like a white beam from the distance, but it's actually purple. That's a white beam. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to land. We need to go to our DVR. Go back to where we died on the DVR. Here we go. And now we can look at where we were on the map. Alright. So we were just past 60 and just right above 80. Just right above 80 and past 60 according to our map marker. So we're getting close. So there's a white beam, it looks like. It shouldn't be there though. But we'll fly over. Maybe it's the green beam for our body. We'll see it. Kingdom Hearts is the main game on the channel right now. Actually, there are a couple main games on the channel. Kingdom Hearts is one of them. The other is Pokemon Emerald. We were playing Fortnite, Save the World for a bit. Now we're doing Flashback on Fridays. But Kingdom Hearts, yeah, is pretty much the primary at the moment. Okay, there's a Tappy. I'm just gonna eat everything that's here. Alright, we're going to... Oh, wow. We just got a whole lot of stuff. Wow. Okay. Actually, it's because we actually despawn and respawned. So drop all. Drop. We're going to up his stamina. 1,000 stamina would be good to start. Okay, so... I mean, looking on the video playback, we were right in this area. When do I play Emerald? Monday mornings. Pocket Monster Mondays is how we've titled the stream. And we're about to take on the... Oh, here we go. Here we go. I'm looking at our actual replay of where the beam of light was. It was... Wow. So we... Oh, there we go. That looks like us. That looks like our Argent. It's not, but it'll look like it. Okay. We gotta go back. Again. Trying to weirdly GPS herself somehow on the playback of the stream. Alrighty. Okay. So we were actually this direction, and we were flying this way toward this corner here. Man, I'm trying to get a beat on a Turtle Club. I really am. That's where things go topsy-turvy for us, right there. Where did we go? We went over the hill. We ate because we needed to eat. Okay, I can see the bridge in the background. And wow. Sorry for this, guys. I really am. I'm you know, if we were playing modded, this would be a lot easier. But we're not. So there's that. So the river was definitely to our west. Alright, so river was to our west. And we were flying like that. So it's got to be like right over here, guys. It's got to be right over here. I could swear it. Oh man. Originals, but yeah, the remake, yeah. It's yeah, the remake for Diamond and Pearl. Oh wait, that's a Death Beam, possibly. Maybe not. Oh, RC's looks great. I am for one. If I had to say, if any of them had to outshine the other, it'd be that. I think RC's looks just beautiful, considering what they're doing with it, basically. So. So giant mountain, little plateau, giant mountain. So there's the giant mountain. And this is possibly the not so little plateau. Oh wait a second. Wait, maybe that's the river I saw. I bet that's the river I saw. Ugh. Oh, it's all right, man. It's no good. No worries on that, T-Mac. But yeah, the Arceus remakes. Breath of the Wild, Link's Awakening remake. Yeah, sorta. I mean, the Link's Awakening remake, it's a softer art style than what they used for that, but I can see where people would definitely draw the conclusion that the DP, the Diamond Pearl remakes, are looking like that. Okay, so maybe I got the wrong river. Is that what happened? I bet I did. But the yeah, it's got a softer tone to it. It's not as claymation-y looking. Oh, if you had a flyer. Yeah. Well, so here's the funny thing, right? There's a lot of people that get mad about a lot of things, all right? And I get that. As a person who has been on the internet for a very long time, I have been mad about a lot of things myself. So I understand when something is beloved by a group of people. There can be some reasonable and or unreasonable, very strong opinions, very passionate opinions attached to responses for people doing things to it. However, the funny and or interesting thing about all of this is I personally never played Diamond or Pearl. And because I've never played Diamond and Pearl, to be completely frankly honest, I'm okay. Did he die and I just not noticed it? No. He's still alive. I'm okay with what they've done to it, because what they've done to it, as far as I'm concerned, is they've put it on Nintendo Switch. For the Diamond and Pearl remake. They have added it to Nintendo Switch and called it good, and I am more than happy to go about that. Sonic, oh, okay, now the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, that deserved all the hate. That deserved all the hate. That there is no excuse for that. Okay, so it was super further than that. Okay, hold up. Hold up. Okay. Because I see that in the background. Alright. Alright, so there's the... Okay, now I'm starting to see some, like, landmarks that I notice. Alrighty. Now we're cooking with some gas here, guys. But yeah, the Sonic the Hedgehog, you can't really mess with that. That's an iconic look. That's not only is it an iconic look, but that's one of those things that the goofs they made with Sonic the Hedgehog, as far as the appearance goes, the design team and all that, and the talent they had for the movie, there's rightly very little to no excuse for the way they decided to handle all that. Okay. I know. Oh, there's my death beam. We finally find my death beam. Oh, there's our Argent. Okay. Alright. Good bird. Let's roast this guy first. Okay. Boy howdy, that took a lot. That took way more than what I needed. Oh. Oh. Thanks for the GGs. Yeah, the old design, the way they basically what's the let's say they took creative liberties with it, right? Boy, we are too heavy for our wyvern. Oh, wow. We are super heavy for the wyvern. But you know what we're not too heavy for? Our bird. If we could just get on our bird. Alright, wyvern. Follow us home. Follow us home, wyvern. We will make it. Alright, we're back on the road again, guys. Back on the road again. Oh, yes. Yes. Oh, man. But yeah, when you make some art decisions, right? I mean, Sonic the Hedgehog is... He's a hedgehog. We get that, right? But... And I say this as an old fart, right? As someone who's been around the block more times than someone should be around the block when it comes to video games that get movie licenses. You know, the first one, of course, was the Super Mario Brothers movie. I mean, that's the first video game movie ever made. Other than the fact that you have Koopa, which is how he was worded in the original English instruction book, Birdo, Iggy, Yoshi, Babom, in Mario. I mean, other than the fact that people were named names that the movie shared with the video game, there was very little that had to do with the movie. I mean, seriously, very little at all that had to do with the movie in the video game combined. And they really got hammered for that. I mean, when the original Mario Brothers movie came out, kids... Oh, you've never watched it? You should do yourself the justice of watching it, just so as a consumer you can realize the standard that you should be able to hold movie theaters and production companies these days too. And that's one of the reasons why I bring up the Mario Brothers movie for this topic, is because it was such a horrible, horrible movie. Like, my brother and I, when it came out, we have an age gap, right? I was born in 81, my brother was born in 86. I'm basically what they call a zennial, meaning I am between Generation X and Millennial. I can go either way, and on my opinions, depending upon what their topic is, it can go either way. My brother clearly in the Millennial boat. So as far as that goes, we were, in a different category between each other. My brother had a great time watching the movie. He enjoyed it thoroughly. He loved it. I, having seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit and been a fan of John Leguizamo, I went into that movie expecting gold. I was expecting an amazing experience because as a younger person, as a kid, as someone who thinks they know how movies and TV and stuff work, when you take a look at some of these names, especially in the 80s and 90s, like if you saw Schwarzenegger, or you saw Stallone, or you saw Michelle Pfeiffer, or any of those just heavy hitter actors and actresses out there, and you saw that their name was tied to a film, you expected the full gravitas of that person's acting capabilities, of everything that they had available to them, to bear weight on whatever studio they were working with. You there. How about you follow me? Maybe. Follow me. Come down this way. Thank you. And so when you see Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right? And you see, I forget what Leguizamo was in at the time, but it was clear that both these actors had some acting chops. They were definitely not to be trifled with. Where did my wyvern go? My wyvern's there, okay. Meanwhile, the wyvern is the size of a Boeing 747 almost, and I have lost it and misplaced it somewhere. So I'm expecting that whatever we're about to watch in the theaters is going to have this amazing... Sometimes it's faster just to crawl underneath the dinos. This amazing quality to it, right? It's going to have all this great everything. Fertilized ankle egg. He got an ankle egg at some point. He ate something that ate an ankle egg at some point because it's got that 0... Oh, wow. Okay, that's a special bonus. Alright, okay. Well, thanks, Hunter. Thanks, man. I really appreciate you popping in, as always. We'll be streaming for about another 40 minutes if everybody else is going to chill with us for a bit. So that's cool. Wait, am I over encumbered? No, I'm not over encumbered. Well, I am encumbered. I am not over encumbered. There's a difference between those two facts. Alright, let's just feed Charles. We haven't fed him anything good in a while. You can eat that, and you can eat that, and you can eat that, and that, and that. You can eat those footy booties. And those. That. You can have those lesser pants. Sorry, I'm feeding all of the stuff that we don't need to this wonderful guy that will just eat it all for us. Alright, now we can actually just run. But so yeah, back to the Mario movie. When you see stuff like that, right? You see these actors, you expect them to have that kind of quality to them, no matter what they sign their name to. And we just didn't get that with the Mario movie, and I was kind of surprised as a youngster. And then fast forward to the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and quite honestly, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, had a lot of video game movies in between it and Mario Brothers. And if you think about it, right? So the biggie. How long will raw meat last? Oh, no, not long enough for me to. Something's flapping its wings, and I don't know what it is. It's nothing that I care about at the moment, though. Okay. So when you think about that, right, you have all these other video game movies. So if you think about what we got, Resident Evil had a video game movie. It was unfortunate. We had the Mortal Kombat movies. They too were unfortunate. They were good for a movie, not so much for a Mortal Kombat movie, if that makes sense. I mean, there's just a lot of things that studios like that have just they've dropped the ball on it. They really have. And okay, we don't care about the rest of the meat so much being cooked. We can just turn this off and grab the rest of this, just put it in the fridge. Oh, it's the Dimorphodon that's trying to follow me? Weird. Okay. See you, Zmei. See you, T-Mac. Oh, wait, not T-Mac. Alright. Started for the day. Alright. Well, have a good one, man. Thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate it. But yeah, so when you have all these companies that have done their... We'll be generous and we'll say their best to make game movies, to capitalize on our hobbies, and for some reason they just missed the mark. And it's not like they got close, it's they really just punted. And so the Sonic thing, I really don't know who for the company was like, this is what we want to do, and this is what we're going to do with it. Let's see here. We got a Ravager, right? We can make the saddle. We need fungal wood, fiber, and hide. I don't know if we have fungal wood, but we'll find out. So we have hide, that's for sure. Do we have enough wood to attempt to make it without fungal wood? I don't think we do. So we're going to have to find some fungal wood to be able to make that saddle. Alright. We can do that. We got some time left. Let's put that away, put these away, that away. Shove the berries there and the spoiled meat there. Craft all that. Let's put them there, and let's go park our Ravagers in the fridge for a second. Let our Dimorphodon sit back. Alright. I forget, does this thing actually hold recipes? It does. How great. Alright. Put our wonderful berry juice back there. Just drop this rifle here. Let's just shove all this stuff there for now, shall we? You know what we will do though, is we will do the ammo search, and we'll just swap this ammo out and then put that there. Just in case we need to shoot something while we're out and about. And as much as I enjoyed our little romp of will we die, won't we die, I think for this we're going to actually take the wyvern. Because burninating stuff gets us out of a lot more trouble. Than otherwise. It's 51 stone, 13 stone. Alright, we'll just feed you more stone. You're producing stone, but that's fine. Ooh. Green, I think, is our builder resources. And so, if we can make it to this green dot and make sure that we're flying the right direction, not toward the wyvern bases, I think we just get fungal wood right here and be able to make our Ravager saddle, which would be really amazing because I want to show this off before we go to bed. Oh, and it's got the ring on it too. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh, that's not as interesting as we would like it to be. Alright, there's all them Daedons. They wanted to chase us. We let them chase us off the river. Now we just need to do a really wide turn, land, and then loot this thing. Not what we were hoping to get. That's fine. A truckload of crystal, a truckload of metal, and unfortunately we can only hold a truckload, period. Crystal's rare. We'll just drop that. There we go. Actually, what we really need to do is we also need to just... I hate doing this. It hurts my soul. Oh my gosh, let's split half. We need to have the speed to get to this next drop. And it's just way too close to the water. Oh, that's a lot of seagulls. We don't want to anger any of those. Ugh. Alright. So I thought green was what we needed, but maybe it's white what we need. It could be blue, but I'm hoping it's not. As in what we need. Actually, now since this is a blue one, I really am hoping that's what we need is blue. What's over here? Anything going to kill us and make us have to spend a lot of time? Nope. Alright, cool. Yoo-hoo. Let us in. Nope. It's definitely green that we need, not blue. We need the meat for this dino because we forgot to put meat on it before we left. Ah. And maybe... Alright, let's see if we can get some barbecue pig as well. Fiomia! It ran all the way into the building. Alright, well, we got some meat. That's all we needed was some. So, fungal wood is not a native resource on this map. Now, if we were using mods, we would be able to use a mod called Simple Spawners. And Simple Spawners would just take care of us. We would be able to put down fungal trees. We'd be able to make our own little area for it. We would probably have some fungal trees growing in caves, to be honest. But we don't got that option here. So what we did do is we did tiering with the drops. And green drops are for construction. And we got unfortunate, the tiering is based upon the rarity of the drop. And the high tier stuff is not what we're looking for. We're looking for low tier stuff. We actually needed to be less lucky to be lucky. So hopefully we will have quote end quote bad luck on this green one here. And look at that, where it's going to drop at, it's behind the terrain. Oh, is this with the wyverns though? Oh my gosh. Oh. Oh, that's soy bacon. That is so much soy bacon. Oh, I fell for that. I was about to be very upset with myself. I'm still not sure why I'm doing this. Other than for science. It's a whole lot of science. It's going to have to stay behind, though. We took the kibble. But boy howdy. Boy howdy. Whew. That was, closer than we wanted to think about. Way closer than we wanted to think about. Maybe there'll be one more drop. We got about 5 more minutes on the day stream. Maybe, just maybe, we will find one more drop. To quote the No Longer With Us Daft Punk, one more time. That's a blue drop. Thing with drops is when you loot one, they cycle to another one. So just kind of waiting for it. The good thing about being on a giant wyvern. Oh, look at that gnarly beard I have. I need to like shave my character. Oh my goodness. That is something you can do, is shaving a haircut on Lark, and it gives you a resource for hair. And we really don't have a need for it on this server as much. But kind of do. Just about done landing. I suspect I'm gonna go a couple minutes over stream time today, so I'm sort of doing a little bit of my desk cleaning I gotta do before work. Like right now, which is why the weird camera angle is there, because we really want to possibly get what we're going after. Not a bad thing. Alright. And again, the blue drops are more about surviving and thriving. White's about feeding yourself. Green's about getting yourself shelter. Blue is about survival. We got some saddle from 2 blue drops now. We've gotten some bolas, some trapping. A cryopod, I think, is what we... No, we just got that. So there's plenty of stuff there, but unfortunately it looks like we're just going to be out of time. Well, we can see the dot right there, right above the crest of the wyvern. It's going to be another drop forming. So we're going to head that direction. We're going to get this last drop. It's looking like it's a white, or what they call a rainbow drop. So probably not what we want, Turtle Club. So next Sunday we will show off the Ravager saddle and show you guys what the Ravager is all about. It's got some really cool stuff. They are the Psycho Puppy equivalent to the Thylacoleo. We managed to do something dangerous and risky and die when we did something relatively safe. I consider that a fairly decently fun and good outing in Ark. Having a good time. Having a real good time. And you know, the company is always amazing. You know, Turtle Club, you guys are always awesome. I gotta say that. You know, give credit where credit's due. It's because you guys hang out here with me that I do what I do. It really is. Oh, it's blue instead of green. All right. Well, we'll wait for one more blue one. Well, I said that, but I don't think we're actually going to do that. Oh my gosh. There are so many seagulls here. I'm almost afraid to move because I don't want to attract their attention. And I don't want to lose anything on our inventory because they're just little thieves. Just little thieves. Alright. Oh, wrong buttons, wrong buttons. Alright. Alright, upsie daisy. Back toward our base. Another spawn. Every time we go looking, we get another spawn. Man. Every time we go looking. Digred Owl's there, and that is over there. That's going to be with the wyverns, so we're going to call this good, I think. Really, though? It looks like it's on the safe side of the wyverns. As if there were such a thing. As if there were such a thing. Alright. We're so much closer. This thing is about to touch down. It's a gold one. Pretty certain. It's the color we're looking at. Oh, it's a white one. Alright. Well, at least we got something different. So this one has food in it. Mushrooms, rare flowers, and some berries. Well, Turtle Club, we are heading back to home. We are almost completely encumbered with our little wyvern. We didn't encounter anything else that killed us, so that's definitely a good for us. We managed to tame something cool. I'm happy with the Ravagers. We'll see what they go out. I do want to thank everybody, of course, that actually popped up in today. Sally and T-Mac Music, our channel supporters for the day to come in. Thank you for that. We also had Hunter show up. I was chasing that PlayStation 4. Sally feeling real good about herself. And T-Mac, best of luck on the job thing, man. Best of luck on that. Let's see what we got going here. We need to put some food away. Things that are going to spoil if they're in our inventory. Alright, so we got all that put up. And now, of course, we need to put the cryopod in the cryo fridge. We're slowly collecting these. But yeah, Zmei, who popped in as well, thank you for showing up. Really appreciate everyone that came in to say hi today. Yeah, thanks guys, thanks. I'm gonna have myself a good night. Turtle Club, you all have yourself a good breakfast, a good lunch, a good dinner, whatever you're about to do. Turtle Club, stay safe, wash your hands, and have a good one. Thanks for watching and take care.